Hello and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to learn how to make this boat neckline with a skin illusion net. I don't know if you can see the skin illusion net, and it also has a turtleneck. So in this video I'm going to show you guys how to cut and sew it. So remember, our online classes are still ongoing, the blazer, jumpsuit, trouser class. So I will drop our link to our Telegram group so that you can join and make your payments. So this is the fabric that I'll be using. I have folded. I want to cut the front part first. So I'll mark 16 for the shoulder, that is 8 on fold. Then I'll mark the bust point, the armhole line, the chest line or the armhole line is 9 inches, the bust point is 11, the under bust is 15, and the half length is 18 inches. Then I'll go ahead and add extra 2 inches for the seam allowance. So I'll go ahead and make my straight line. So if you want, you can draft this on your pattern, but I want to make everything on my fabric, it will not be hard. Then for my neck width, I measured 3 inches. For my neck depth, that is for the front, I measured 3 inches as well because it will be a turtleneck. Then I'll mark my shoulder slant also. I used 1 inch for my shoulder slant. So after that, I'll go ahead and measure my bust, my nipple to nipple. The nipple to nipple that I'm using is 8. That is 4 on fold plus half an inch seam allowance. I marked 4.5. At the under bust, I'll mark 4, half length 4, and the allowance 4 as well. So I will connect it to the bust point. Then I will raise mine. I'll go up by 2 inches. From your bust point, you will go up by 2 inches or 3 inches, depending on how covered you want your cleavage to be. So I went up by 3 inches. Then I went up by 3 inches so that it will not show. Then from there, I made a sweetheart shape. Then I'll also connect that sweetheart neckline to my armhole. So I am done with the main neckline, that is the sweetheart neckline. So right now I'll go up by half an inch from that area where my sweetheart ended. I'll go up by half an inch and then make a curve like this. You can see how the curve looks. So this area that I marked right now is the area where I will fix my illusion neckline. Then at the under bust, I subtracted 2.5 for the breast curve, and at the chest line I subtracted 1 inch. So I connected to the bust point, and from the bust point I connected to the 1 inch I measured at the neckline, at that sweetheart neckline. So I'll go ahead and cut out now. So I will cut out that area, the neckline, the shoulder slant, and the armhole for now. So I'll go ahead and cut out that area. I don't need this area at all. So you can see what I'm doing right now. So I'll go ahead and cut out this sweetheart neckline. I'll stop there. So my upper bust tightening is done, and my under bust tightening is done as well. So you can see what I have. I'll also go ahead and notch the under bust so that when I'm cutting my pad, I will know where my breast pad will stop at. That is at the under bust. Then I will cut out this boat shape. This one that I'm cutting right now is the one that I will cut out on my skin illusion net. This one that I'm holding right now, this is the one that I'll cut out on my skin illusion net. So you can see what I have here. This is how it will look. So you keep that one aside. Then you can go ahead and cut out your armhole. Then after cutting out your armhole, you can also cut out your shoulder slants. So you can see what I have right now. So I'll place the center piece on the side piece, that is the breast cup area. I'll place it on the side piece. Then I will take my bust measurements and my waist measurements. You can see how the center front is overlapping that cup area of the bust. So that was how I placed it before taking my bust and my waist measurements. And you add 2 inches for your seam allowance. So this is what I have right now. So I will also go ahead and cut out my skin illusion at this point. So this piece that I removed right now is the one that I'll cut out on my skin illusion. So this is the back. First of all, I'll mark out 2 inches for the zipper allowance. The back part will have a zipper allowance. So after that, I'll measure my shoulder. I'll take my shoulder measurement, that is 16 divided by 2, that is 8. Then my neck width is still 3 inches, but the neck depth will be 1.5 or 1 inch, just 1 inch or 1.5, because we are making a turtleneck. So from there, you measure your chest line, that is 9 inches. You connect and then you curve your armhole. So from the shoulder also, you mark your half length and your allowance. You add your 2 inches allowance after the half length. So I only have the chest line, the half length, and my allowance. So I'll also come down by 4 inches for my princess dart. You can see from the shoulder area, I came down by 4 inches for my princess dart. So you can see I am remarking my chest line. Then I will measure 4 inches, sorry, 4.5. From the center, from that line, that zipper allowance line, I came in by 4.5. Then at the half length, I came in by 4 inches, and then I marked my princess dart shape. So the back dart will be a princess dart. I marked 4.5 at the chest line and 4 at the half length. Then I connected and also curved it to the 4 that I marked at the armhole. So I'm taking my bust measurements and my waist measurements plus 2 inches. So I'll go ahead and cut out right now. So if you want your own to have a normal dart, fine. Sometimes I don't even use that, so it depends on what you want. So I'll open my zipper allowance. I'll open my zipper allowance. I'll also cut out my princess shape. Then I'll also cut my shoulder, and I'll slant my shoulder a bit. So that is it for the back. You are free to do any type of that you want at the back. So right now we have our front and our back. You also cut everything out on your lining. So I want to cut out the skin illusion part of the front. You can see what I have at the front. So right now I'll go ahead and cut out that skin illusion part. So this is the skin illusion net that I want to use. I'll go ahead and fold it twice because I want this net to be double. Like I want it to be double. If it is single, probably to tear. So I'll place the piece on it, the boat neck that I cut out. I place it on it and I'll go ahead and cut. So you add 1/2 inch round this yoke. You add 1/2 inch round it. So this is what I have right now, and I have 2 pieces right there. I want it to be double. So I'll open it up so that you guys can see what it looks like. So you can see I'll replace this Ankara with the skin net. So I am done joining my pad. I've cut out my pad. I have also joined the skin illusion. They are 2. This is the upper part. So I also cut out the lining for the this upper neckline. This shoulder part, I cut a lining for it. So I'll go ahead and join my illusion net to my bust area and to the shoulder part. Then I will turn them with their lining. So the round neck that we cut, we will not turn it. So this is the back. I've also joined the princess dart and that of the lining. So I'll go ahead and turn only the sides. I'll not turn the neckline because it has a turtleneck. So I am done joining my yoke to the down parts. You can see how it looks. So right now I'll go ahead and join the upper parts, like the upper boat neckline. I'll go ahead and join it to the yoke, then I'll come back and show you guys. So you will notch the center so that you know where the center started from, then you go ahead and join. So I am done joining, and this is what I have. You can see I have replaced that Ankara with my skin illusion, and it is looking fine. So right now I will go ahead and turn the sweetheart neckline with my lining, and I'll also turn that boat neckline, the boat neckline of the upper part. I'll also turn that area, but first of all I'll turn the sweetheart neckline first. So you go ahead and place your lining, please mind the center, then you go ahead and join. So this is what I have right now. I have turned the sweetheart neckline. It is remaining the neckline of the upper part. So I'll also go ahead and turn that part with my lining. You place it this way, and then you place the lining on it. Notch the center so that you know your center. So I'll go ahead and turn, then I'll come back and show you guys what it looks like. So this is what I have right here. So you can notice that I did not turn the round neck. I'll only run a stitch on it in order to hold the fabric and the lining together. I did not run any stitch on it, so I did not turn it. So this is the back. I did not turn the neckline. I'll go ahead and close my zipper allowance for the back. I am done closing the zipper allowance, so I'll place the front on the back, and then I'll take my bust measurement and my waist measurements. So after taking that, I'll go ahead and join. So in this case, I love joining my bust and my waist before my shoulder. I don't know what you guys normally do, but that's how I join my bust here. I prefer joining it that way. So I'm marking the waist measurements. So right now, go ahead and join. So after joining, I also joined my shoulder. So I will go ahead and trim my half length. My under bust is 15 inches, so I'll trim my half length, and then I'll also trim my armhole. Your armhole should stop at 2 inches before your bust point. So I have reduced the shoulder. If you're making a puffy sleeve, if your shoulder is 15, you should reduce it to 14 so that the puff will be on top of the shoulder. It will not be falling off. So I have trimmed my armhole and my half length as well. So I want to cut this fabric on fold. This is what I will use for the turtleneck. So I have like 2 inches of fold now, and before you cut, you have to measure your round neck. Like you open the zipper allowance and then measure your round neck. So I added a soft gum or a cloth gum to it in order to have in order for the fabric to have more stability. So I'll go ahead and fix the turtleneck and the sleeve. So at the end of the day, this is what we have. You can see it is looking so fine and beautiful. So guys, if you want to register for our online course, we have a Telegram group. You have to join our Telegram group. Gathering everyone on WhatsApp is a kind of hard, so I'll drop the link to our Telegram group so that you can join through the Telegram group. Please do not forget to subscribe so that you can see more of my videos. See you in my next video. Bye.